Do you enjoy gambling? Do you enjoy taking chances that might turn the tide in your favor? If so, this gambit might be for you. You can end up with results like you're about to see. And I'm also going to show you sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Welcome back to the channel. All right, I've taken my Gambit to rank 2, and all of these fights are with the 5-star Gambit relic. I've done the video on the Gambit relic explaining why you probably shouldn't rank it up, especially for the uses that you're going to see in this video and that I'll be doing myself. I'm going to show you fights where he looks phenomenal, and I'm also going to show you fights where it doesn't look good, but you can continue on. You can see, you're going to see in the Battlegrounds fights I'm going to show you, I'm still going to often get the win even without that big crit. I've taken mine to rank 2. I would not have done without the awakened ability because his prestige is part of what I wanted. He has the highest rank 2 7-star prestige champion, all the way up to, I think it is Sig 100, where he finally gets caught and passed by other champions. Right now, I'm hoping we don't see Sig 100 very often for a very, very long time. So here we go with Gambit. I like to talk about this in videos about the flow. Whoever did his buff, I think, again, did a really nice job on having the champion make sense, right? He can take all these hits into the block. He's got this flak jacket, makes him bleed resistant. And that's part of what's going to be happening. You can see all these hits into the block I'm taking because you're going to get up his matrix charges, I think they're called, whatever. They're the little spade looking passive in the corner. You're going to start your heavy attack, and that's important to remember. It's just the starting of that heavy animation turns them all into those passives. Now the problem, this is what I want to talk to you about, is like you just saw, Ebony Maw does not have a big health pool at all. We should have killed him right then and there. This fight should have been over 15, 20 seconds ago, but it wasn't. That happens, especially with the 5-star relic. It is very powerful. It does not make that that crit chance on those specials something that I feel like you want to be guaranteed. You truly are gambling, and I don't think it's one where the odds are in your favor based on my experience. There you go. You see the nice crit though, and I know what I did in the intro. That is possible. It's the highest crit I've ever gotten. It was over 200,000 compared, right, or added up. So he's also phenomenal. He was great for this Battlegrounds meta because you can see how the bleeds just aren't doing any damage because we have the flat jacket. That's that reddish, pinkish shield with a bleed thing. That is, yeah, all right, whatever. I mean, I don't know how I would display a flak jacket either. So good job. And then you see the black spade. That is what I'm talking about. You get that from holding block. The more you have, the longer the timer is on it. But you can see it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. And we're not able to stun or successfully really parry stun Atuma here. So you can again see how nice it is to be able to hold block. Now, I don't know what I was doing there. That was really interesting. But here we go. So we've now converted all of those charges over to these prowess. We've got 10 of them. We're going to go in, and I think we actually do get the crit here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, boom. 135,000, done. And that happens. I want to try to tell you it won't happen with the 5-star relic. I'm saying I wouldn't bet on it. I would try not to put myself in places where it absolutely has to happen, or terrible, terrible things will happen to me. Now, I don't want to slow this video down or take longer because the important part here in this Hercules fight, one is you can see, again, the block damage and that sort of stuff. The flak jacket is very, very helpful for that. And if I remember correctly, the awakened ability also is helpful there too. Yeah. Additionally, his flak jacket is upgraded to allow it to absorb an additional amount of attack damage before breaking. So that's really nice. You really do want that. You can see what my health bar is doing. And then also the prowess buffs now grant Gambit an additional critical rating. That'll obviously, both of those will go up as you get more signature abilities. But what I want to point out is you've heard me often talk about how he's an Atuma counter and he is a core counter because he gets around these damage back mechanics. Well, it's not every single hit. Remember, Porg doesn't give you the damage back if you land your light attack. With Gambit, it's the medium, heavy, special 1 and special 2 that will, it's like the 100% chance to reduce the direct damage. It's very oddly and very specifically worded. It looks like a lawyer wrote it. So keep that in mind that maybe ability accuracy, or if someone's got like a plus 200 chance, something like that, might still get through, but it's his mediums, his heavy, and his special. So for Atuma, that's why you saw me taking some damage when I landed the light attacks. Now here's what I want to talk to you about the special 2. Is this attack has an 85% chance to inflict a concussion debuff, reducing the ability accuracy by 85%, as long as the opponent doesn't have a armor up. So tech champions, right? That's where they're trying to get at. You can see thematically, all hits gain a 20% ability accuracy. So that actually puts us at 105% chance to put on the concussion, which you can see if we had done more damage would have been an 85% concussion on Hercules. And this is what I'm trying to, this is what I want to show, is that, yeah, you want that big crit. I'm not trying to say you don't. Of course you do. Who doesn't want to do more damage in a game where the idea is to do damage? But if it doesn't happen, it's not like you get nothing for it. I do like this about him with at least the 5-star relic, is this is now an 85% concussion. It says the potency of the effect is affected by class relationship. So I would assume what that means is it goes up if you're fighting a skill champion, it goes down if you're fighting a tech. I've never fully understood that sort of language from Kabam, but that's my understanding. Interpret is like in this situation, it's an 85% concussion. And then, we talk about Falcon with his ability. Actually, look what this is going to do against this Hercules. This is really, really nice, right? It's going to turn off that unstoppable, first of all, which was a big deal. I didn't know for a fact that it would. And then it turns off his immortality. We're able to finish him off. And I think we won this one. I don't remember, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like we did. That's a rank 2 MCoC. So, no, Vincent there was not the first person to bring in their Human Torch and struggle against my rank 2 MCoC. So I like that about Gambit too. If I could do this all over again, I think I would still take him to rank 2, even with me having an unawakened Danny. That would have been close. Domino might have been a thing there too. So I don't know, but here you go. So this is the other champion he's actually excellent for. And I want to take this as an opportunity to shout out Bitter Steel. If you're not familiar with his channel, I highly suggest you go to it. It's one of my favorites for learning how to play a champion, getting better at this game. But he has a 6-star relic on his Gambit. He also is a little bit better at this game than I am, and I'm still working on this tactic, and I want to explain this to you a little bit, but it has to do with the stun. So Gambit, for each stun debuff on the opponent, reduces regeneration rate and combat power rate by 40%. And you're like, each stun, his special 3 actually lands 2, okay? And then all stun debuffs currently on the opponent are paused for the durations of Gambit special attacks. The relevance of that is, right there, I could have done that a little bit quicker. Now it worked out there for me there, but there are times where well, that wasn't good. Don't do that. But there are times where you just need to start your heavy animation, and then it seems as though the stun that comes off of that, the stun that comes off of the parry, is elongated into the special, and you'll see Bitter land that many times. He gets this Nick Fury fight down even faster than I do, and he talks about here, you want to get well over 2 bars of power. It's a little tougher with the unstoppable node. You got to take your openings in this meta. But then in a fight where you don't have that, you go a little bit above your SB2. If your SB2 can't finish off, remember your prowess buffs don't go away. That's another thing I really like about Gambit here, is your prowess buffs are not going away. They stay on, and you can then loop them into your special 1, which has that stun off of it, right? And there we go. You can see really nice big close. It wasn't the biggest special I had ever gotten, but it was big. I really like Gambit. I think if there were more 7 stars available, like if you've seen my monthly tier ratings, you know we still have anything that's in our 3rd tier, which is still excellent champions, well worthy of ranking, going to be very strong for you. If you've got the 6-star relic, I'd probably maybe even move him up a little bit more. I don't know if I'd move him up a little tier, but he's going to go up in that one. He has other utility, like we're talking about with this concussion, what he's doing on these stun debuffs. You can run him with recoil really nicely because of that flak jacket. And again, for me, there might be champions who are more powerful, like they have more brute things in their kit that we're looking for, but he's well made. His abilities make sense together. Again, whoever did the buff, I think thought about, if I'm playing Gambit, here's what I want to do. I'm going to have to block a lot. It's going to allow me to land my heavy. So let's give him something that's going to not take too much damage. I really like playing him. I have no regrets with taking him to rank 2. If my Danny had been awakened, maybe it'd feel a little bit differently. But I really like this guy. Super high prestige. I think he's a great rank up. So many of you have banned mine in Battlegrounds. And that's because the guy can pull out a 200k special 2 out of nowhere. Let me know what you think I got right. Let me know what you think I got wrong. Let me know if you've taken your Gambit to rank 2 or if you're considering it. And if you are, did this video at least help you decide one way or the other? Thank you so much for watching. Take care.